in the studio. Mandem, who is... should I brag about you right now? Or I should calm down? The sociology department has got a gem right here with King Kelly. I also have Desmond from the Nursing Training College here with me. Also part of high school clique, of course. And I have Michael Yang, aspiring UG. Talk to me. UGSRC president, aspiring. Interesting. And Desmond, you are aspiring.
I'm already in the position.
Oh, you're already in the position. Wait, I thought you were aspiring. So, what position?
General organizer.
Okay. Now I understand why we. Okay. Because I actually thought you were aspiring. So when my boss, you remember the comment he made? Okay. Now it makes sense. But it's rigging. I just realized it is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It's unfair. Yeah. But we'll talk about that in a bit. All right. So you guys are welcome to the studio. We are gonna we read and we judge real quick. Is there something that you guys want to say before we start? Especially you, Michael. Oh, you don't want to say anything yet? Okay, all right. So I'll go into that question in a bit. But first things first, it's time for us to read and judge. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, what happens is that I have a couple of stories here and we're going to read and we're going to judge. So those who are listening on radio, you have the chance. I'll pick only one call, but you can send text messages, all right? 02022220073. So this first story, specifically because of Michael, I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to ask Michael's opinion on it. So here it is, all right? So this is coming from a student. And the student says they have dropped out of college, but they still hang out on campus for free. Now here it is, right? The person says, I signed up for college, but after a week, the cost of tuition and everything looming made me rethink everything, and I decided to go back to doing my job. Now, I used to be a receptionist at the front desk at a local shop, handling appointments and customer inquiries, and the pay was very solid and enough to cover my expenses with a bit left over. But when the school tuition came in, I decided to just drop out and skip higher education for now because it was too much. Now he says, when I went to campus security to return my student ID, I ran into a security guard who I knew. And while we were talking, he said, I seem like an okay person. I'm not a dangerous person, so I can keep the ID. He will mark it as active, and it will save me the trouble of coming back if I change my mind, because I explained to him my reason for not continuing with my studies. Now, I was stunned when he told me this, but I didn't question it. And apparently, the campus database does not necessarily check all these things unless someone flags it. And he wasn't about to bother. So now I have an ID that allows me to roam the entire campus if I want. Classroom, lecture halls, even the research labs if I want to. I get to spend hours in the library doing things online and also reading. And even I get access to the gym with I get access to the gym if I want. I get access to the cafeteria if I want. And basically, no one has questioned him about it. No one's questioned me about it. So this one is going to you, Michael, because this one deals with you. So what would you have to say about that? Because I actually was not aware that you can do that.
Well, I don't know what school he's talking about, because in League One, you don't really need your access card to access all the facilities. The only places you need that to get access to is maybe your hall, and that's if you're in a traditional hall, and also the exam centers like the UGCS.
No, so anyone can enter the library if they want?
Yes, basically anyone can enter into the library if they want.
So he's not doing anything wrong?
Nah, he's not doing anything wrong, as long as he's not trespassing into the accommodation places.
But even with the accommodation, I mean, he has a student ID, because you even pointed out, I asked you before I even read it, you pointed out that if you are going to the traditional hall, you need to have an ID.
Yeah.
So he basically has a free pass to enter any hall he wants to, which is a problem, which is not safe.
But the thing then again is that even if you have an ID and they are checking, there's no system that checks if you are still a student or not, as long as you have the card. So I could be a past student and still have my card.
Exactly.
If he misses the expiry date of the card, he still allows me in, and so that's a big problem there.
Wow. And what do you guys also think about it?
Yeah, so for me, I believe, just like Yang said, there's no problem really with him having his card still and roaming the campus, because Legon is a free world. It's one of those free campuses that people kind of, trek all the time. And the right thing for him to do is, if you want to be out of school, you should actually go see the academic affairs, write to them actually via mail, and then ask for a deferment. And you can probably defer your course. That is if you want to defer, and then you can withdraw too as well if you want to withdraw from it totally. Even with that, you can still come on campus. You can access our facilities, our library and whatnot. And even when you are not a student and you don't have the ID card, the Ghana card, some of the halls accept it. You understand? So long as you're coming to visit, it's acceptable. So he's not flouting, unless he has some bad intentions, like, coming to do some silly stuff on campus in the name of a student, and then that is when the red flag comes up.
All right, and this one, do you also have anything you want to add real quick so that we move to the next story?
Well, I think there's nothing wrong with that. Since he's not doing anything bad on campus, then he's free to do whatever he wants to.
I see. Me, I honestly didn't realize that when you leave, and it happens often, people kind of sign up. Maybe something happens, you can't pay your tuition, and then you drop out. It actually never crossed my mind until the expiry date on your ID card. Nobody takes it from you.
Yeah.
So you can actually walk in and out of places with the ID.
Yeah.
Nobody checking.
And then one thing too can be that he can sit in for someone. Let's say if he's a twin, he can sit in for his brother and write an exam for him or her. You understand? Wow. So that is one of the the cons of having a card and then accessing our facilities, even when you are out of school or you've withdrawn from the school. So yeah, I think it raises some bit of red flags, and I think the University of Ghana computing system, and I don't know which facility is responsible, but they should look into such stuff. I think the right thing.
Well, it's not. The person is not saying it's from UG. By the way,
yeah. But I'm just saying that the university should find a system in place that will check for people who are out and are still using their cards to access some facilities and stuff that they are not authorized to.
And also, to save him the stress, I think he mentioned that he has intentions of coming back. And so the right thing to do would just be to write to the Academic Affairs Directorate, like Kelly said, and inform them about your decision to defer, just so that when you're coming back, it's much easier for you, because in the system, he's still a student. And so it will be read as though he has missed his exams and all the tests and everything. And so in the situation where he wants to come back, he's going to have to go, like, more or less reset all of the courses that he has. Yeah. So the right thing is just to write to them and then inform them about your decision.
Great. So that's the first story down, and Nanesi is complimenting the gentleman. Apparently, you guys have nice voices, so keep up. Right. That's good. Thank you. That's from Nanesi. And let's move on to the next one. This is a bit all right. So this is coming from someone who is 19, and she says that she craves attention from complete strangers. Now, she says she came from a very well protected home, a very sheltered home, and when she moved to campus, her mom and her stepdad probably gave her the freedom that she's never had for the first time. Now, what she has decided she wants to do is that she wants to dress in skimpy clothing just to get people's attention. So she says, sometimes I wear something really scandalous, something really skimpy, and then I just go out just for people to see me and stare. She says last night she wore something very revealing, and she went out with some friends to a family restaurant. And she realized she looked pretty good. The way she got a lot of stares from older men and husbands, and she was even approached by 3 different people, and it made her night. She says she never wants to ruin a marriage, but she wouldn't mind if somebody's husband and the wife fought because of her. Is it a normal thing?
Well, it's not a normal thing, because I feel since she was at home, like she's not getting the freedom to like express herself, do what she loves to do. Then now that she has been given the chance to do whatever she wants to actually go overboard, and she's doing it. She's feeling what she's doing. So I think she's free to go. But I would say it's a disorder, though. Yeah.
Wow, it's a disorder. Yeah. Ooh. What do you think?
I wouldn't say it's a disorder because there are so many people in this situation, but here's a case where someone has come up to say this, and so you might judge it as a disorder, but then you need to know that there are so many other people in this situation, because some parents, overprotective parents, I think recently there have been developments on like stories talking about how it affects the child in the long run.
Yeah, if you over shelter them.
Exactly,
yeah.
And these are some of the things it comes with. But then again, the child needs to accept that this is her life. You know, in as much as your parents overprotected you and all that, you might be doing this to try to get back at them in a way, but then it's your life. And so if you do it too much, it can come back to bite you. And so you just need to look at how best you can work around it. There's so many other things to do, you know. Myself, I was overprotected. You know, when I got the freedom.
Preach. I was also overprotected. Honestly, raise your hand if you weren't overprotected in this room. So it looks like every single gentleman, if your guys at the back too, your parents sheltered you a bit too much.
Yeah.
Yourself, yeah. So our parents are doing their best. Like not every parent. Basically, parents don't have everything figured out. Exactly. They are doing things and they are figuring whatever they are figuring out as time goes on. But yeah, there is a lot of study to show that when you're overprotected, sometimes, depending on your temperament, you might try and do certain things. But this is a bit extreme, though.
Oh yeah,
this is a bit extreme.
Really extreme.
Going out and then enjoying the fact that somebody and their partner will fight because he was staring at you.
That's one thing that I fear for, especially the ladies. Is for the men, I think the overprotection is not a big deal for us, but the ladies, if they don't get a chance to explore, the least chance they get, they want to go overboard. And I know a lot of girls who have been overprotected, and up to date, their parents probably think they are still, you know, the
Holy
Virgin Marys that they gave birth to. And it's funny, I watch it and I laugh, like it's a pity, you know. But yeah, we should teach our children some of the mistakes that we did, and then we would not want them to commit.
But it also depends, because the mistakes my parents made in the 80s and 90s are not my mistakes from 2010, 2020.
I know, right?
Yeah,
it differs.
Exactly.
Yeah, that one too makes sense. Yeah.
So it all depends. So you guys think it's like, we're not going to call it disorder, but we all agree it's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird,
she's living a false identity. She should,
and she's 19.
Get out.
She can do better. I mean,
she will only attract wrong people.
You want to say something? That's one.
You don't worry.
No, say. No. You are the resident. You said you are doing what?
Psychiatry.
You are doing psychiatry. So let's take I want to know your opinion.
Okay, well, my opinion, I would say that what she's doing, it seems normal to her, because she feels like when she dresses that way, she's going to get attention from people. She wants people to know that she's in town. And as an individual, if you have that kind of perception, well, it's good though, but if it's too much and you're overdoing it, then I would term it as a disorder. Okay. That's why I said that's a disorder. Yeah, that's the only thing I just wanted to add.
Okay, all right. So I think we can all move away from this and decide that it's weird. Yeah. It's a bit creepy.
Yeah.
And you are gonna let creepy old men chase after you.
It's a red flag for me, Seth.
Exactly.
She's just not protecting the soul.
Yeah.
Nancy says, way abnormal. Keep revealing why. Revealing will reveal you. And Mr. Unknown says, or sometimes people just like to cause chaos, and I'm an example. Hey. Sometimes I enjoy being messy. Mr. Unknown, why? Hold on, let me finish his message. In fact, let me start again.
Something's cooking.
Mr. Unknown says, and I quote, this is not me, I'm quoting Mr. Unknown. He says, or sometimes people just like to cause chaos, and I'm an example. Sometimes I enjoy being messy. I love being with someone married and knowing they are not mine, and the thrill that comes with it.
Charlie.
Mr. Unknown, why? Why?
Some people do some weird.
Why do they do so?
Why? You want to say something?
Nah, this one they have nothing to say.
This one over you. So we're moving on to the next one. All right. So this gentleman says, I've been holding on to this secret for way too long and I can't keep it bottled up any longer. A couple of years ago, I cheated on my partner, and not just once. I was doing it multiple times. Now, I was in a committed relationship and I completely broke her trust. At the time, I was caught up in a whirlwind of emotions and temptation. Temptation will catch you. And I let it get the best of me. I convinced myself that it was just a phase, that it didn't mean anything. But deep down, I knew it was wrong. I didn't just hurt her, I hurt myself too. The guilt has been eating away at me for years. I could never bring myself to confess because I was terrified of losing her. I keep pretending everything is fine, acting like the perfect boyfriend while hiding this massive secret. But every time I look at her, I feel like a fraud. It's like I'm living a double life and I hate myself for it. And to make matters worse, I see how my actions will affect her. She is a bit insecure, and I can tell that if I let her know, it's something that's going to hurt her because she already has doubts about my feelings for her. I feel guilty, and I don't want to keep lying to her.
Charlie, boys they go through a lot too.
No, but he's the one who's cheating.
He's the one cheating, but still can't. No, but still can't. He's going through a lot.
The point is, you might be trying to play all cool, but then karma is definitely going to come back to you. No matter how long you keep hiding it.
And the fact that the girl is feeling insecure about him right now, or having feelings that the guy is cheating, it means that it will probably erupt regardless of how long you keep it. Cheaters don't have a place to stay in a relationship. If they cheat, Charlie, he said he feels like a devil. He's actually a devil. Why you for cheat on your girl?
So you haven't cheated before?
Oh no, me I haven't cheat. I know they cheat. I've not even cheated on anybody before. I mean, they cheat.
I think black men don't cheat. African men don't cheat, right?
Absolutely.
African men don't cheat.
Should we call names?
Yes. African men don't cheat.
Hey, we are sure.
Like allegedly, African men don't cheat. I leave it that way.
Or is it truth?
It's true. It's true.
So we leave it that way, right? Every gentleman in the studio, African men don't cheat.
We don't.
I. All right. So those were the stories. Let me just read this one. This one says this in relation to the second story. It says the girl is making a fool out of herself. So that is a comment, and you can send your comments as well. 0202222073. That was We Read and We Judge, brought to you by Absa. Your Story Matters. Now let me talk to you real quick. Now we all want a little bit more, right? We want a little more sleep before the alarm goes off. We want a little more time to finish that project, and we also want a little more butter for our bread, right? Because let's be honest, more is always better for every single person. Now take our friend Nee. This is Nee is a very good friend of us now. Nee is a very good friend of ours right now. And whenever we catch up with him, we realize that he has crafted a life of more with the Absa Ultimate account. Now the Absa Ultimate account isn't just a banking product for Nee. It's a chance to have more. That's why the Absa Ultimate account gives you retrenchment insurance cover for up to 50,000 Ghana cedis, hospital cashback benefits, access to seamless digital solutions, travel insurance of 1 million Ghana cedis, and over 30 benefits on the account, all right? Now, do you want more? I know you do want more, because more is always better. That is why you should sign up for the Ultimate account today and get more. Now, this is brought to you by Absa, and Absa always says your story matters. Now, we have 5 minutes to hit 2 p.m. Second hour of the show almost done. We have Michael Yang, we have Desmond, and we have King Kelly. We'll get into some more conversations relating to campus life, and of course, with regards to Michael and Desmond, I want to ask them about leadership, because as student leaders, or the student leader for Desmond and aspiring student leader for Michael, and even if he doesn't get it, I'm sure he's gonna be a student leader no matter what. There's a lot of things that I'm sure they want to make sure we are aware of, and we can also ask them if we get a chance to. So stick and stay, do not go anywhere. This is still the White Campus Express on the Big Y 1079 FM.